Hey, Crystal Raven Rose, how you doing? First to show up at the chat. I tried to get it going at first, and it wouldn't let me. It just knocked me off my stream. I tried to get back on, it knocked me off my stream again. So if first you don't succeed, try again. I'm here now, okay? I'm here for right now. I just don't know how long they're gonna let me stay here, okay? Just here for a moment. Okay. Oh, dear Crossroads. I don't mean to trouble you, but I ask of thee that you allow us to come together once again so that we can unveil that has been covered deliberately by our oppressors. Allow this message to be engraved in every single stone, rock, mountain, okay? Pebble of sand, pebble, understand? An asteroid throughout the entire omniverse. Allow it to ring and vibrate beyond infinity. I'm surprised we still here. But anyways, okay. We still here. I got to talk to y'all about something. I'm going to turn this music down a little bit because I don't want to hold you too long, but I want you to know how powerful you are. And you need this in your arsenal, okay? Because this is a motherfucking weapon I'm giving to you, okay? I used to drop gems and golden nuggets. But now I am giving out weapons, bullets of destruction, okay? For protection and defense magic. You're going to need it. Okay? So come on and crowd on in. Spread it to your friends. Okay? We got to do this. Let's trip. Okay? Through with all of that little fairy tale stuff. Oh, I'm a witch. Oh, I'm a this. I'm a that. That's fairy tale stuff right now. Because everybody can say that. Everybody can. It's quite got me questioning, what is a witch? You understand? A witch is a basic form of magic. Witchcraft is a basic form of magic. Okay? That's what it is. Now, we are there when we are brought into this world as little ones. But as we continue our craft, you need to know this. Hang on a minute. Now, I hope I don't forget what I was going to tell you. I want y'all to know something. I'm working with this Apple tablet, y'all. It works a little different than an Android. You turn it down. In other words, to turn it down is the opposite way of how you would turn down an Android. Everything is opposite. So anyways, when you come out into the world of the bold world and say that you are a witch, there is something that's listening. I'm not talking about physical beings, baby. I'm talking about things that are spiritual. There is a spiritual government, if you want to believe it or not, okay? There's a spiritual government. Some call it the shadowy government, okay? And what it is, all it is a complex group of ancestors of white supremacy that guards, okay, this physical state and protect those who benefit from its system. You understand? So if you're caught with magic, you are now one of those who are marked. Some of you We're marked. I mean, you got moles all over your body. See, this is how they used to do in the day when they wanted to know if you was a witch or not. You know, they were searching for any kind of discolorations on the skin, like birthmarks, moles, anything that's, because they mark us, believe it or not. You understand what I'm saying? These governmental astral beings, you understand? I've been having trouble with them for a very long time in my physical life here, which I'm inclined to believe that this goes on from one lifetime to the other lifetime. So believe it or not, many of us are reincarnation. Some people are not. People who said, nah, I don't believe in reincarnations, they're telling the truth because they don't reincarnate. They don't. Or the ones who do reincarnate and say there is no reincarnation, what's going on with them is they have not yet woke up, you understand, from the sleep and slumber. But if they live long enough, they'll have their wake-up call. So, you come out and you say, I'm a witch. Well, that spirit you got my hears you. Because now they're saying, wait a minute. We got one that can see. Let's go after him. They come in to roadblock you, distract you, derail you. They do whatever they possibly can to knock you off course. And then you look on your body, many of you, you're going to find some type of blemishes in your skin. You're going to find some imperfections in your skin. And when you see these things, these are marks. They develop as you go further on in life and you develop your magie. Hello? So there is a such thing as a witch. Witches are very real. But that's the beginning stage. You don't want to, if you are a true, chosen, infinite being, you're not going to stay at witchery. No way. You're going to evolve beyond that. And as you evolve beyond that, those that guard, it's just not white supremacy. It could be black supremacy. It's all depending on where you live. Those that guard, do you understand what I'm saying? That system, that police that system, have their eyes. They're watchers. This is where the term watchers come from. People say they're watchers. The watchers. You know, I know you in the house by yourself. You may just be scratching your butt cheeks, your butt crack, under your arm, washing your intimate places, maybe in pleasuring yourself, seeking to connect with the divine when you're having an orgasm. You know those embarrassing moments? You know, even though, like I say, you don't see anything physically around you watching you, you need to know that the watchers are watching you. Hello? Not only they are watching you, but there are some interdimensional beings, you understand? That can see in many dimensions at one time that are watching you. So when you're thinking you can get away with doing something underhanded, you didn't think nobody saw it, and then the next week it happens to you, it's because the watchers are looking, okay? So, you know, I don't want to just keep talking about white supremacy because there's black supremacy. There is Hispanic supremacy. There are many supremacies, okay, that are protected, understand, by their spiritual government of spirits, warriors, celestials. I don't want to say all of them celestials, okay? Some of them may be underworld beings, okay? So depending on which system you're in, hello, you are being watched, okay? So the term new devils is real, because if you are allowed to reach the highest level of mastery there is, your highest potential and beyond, then you no longer can be here as a soul slave. I ain't talking about a physical slavery, a soul slave. Because soul slaves, their entire goal, the spiritual government, the shadowy government, the supremacy, is to keep and contain forever and ever and ever an eternity of a collection of slaves. Without it, it cannot exist. So this is why you're always continuously finding yourselves trying to bust open a glass ceiling around you. Okay? Glass walls, glass floors, glass ceilings. I mean, matter of fact, I don't think they're made out of glass. Whatever it is, it's better than plexiglass because you can't break it. You can't break it, so the best way to do is to find your way out of it on a conscious level. Because this is what they want to do, is trap your consciousness. But look, I'm trying to break this down as simply and as quickly as I can so I can get to what I'm finna get ready to tell you. A lot of crazy ass shit has been going on for the infinite beings out there. A lot of discombobulated, bizarre things have been going on for those who have extra sensory perception. I'm not talking about the mundane, normal people. They can't see it because they don't have the capacity to embody that type of energy. We got to protect ourselves. Infinite beings. Because as they create, we say create, but they didn't already created it. But they now are, it's just like you buy a house. You got the house, but you ain't got no furniture in it yet. They're furnishing their new dimension. I'm not going to even say the new earth. A lot of people say it, but because it's bigger than the earth, okay? Their new earth, I mean, is really a multitude of dimensions that's so broad because it's on a conscious level. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're through with the physical earth. They've already killed everything in it, and it's doomed as they are ready to bring to us the sixth. Okay? Fourth wave, brand new grave. Death unto all and destruction. So this is what we're going here. So while they already have completed that assignment, you just don't see it yet because they've done it on a spiritual level. They are now, like I said, creating a conscious space, not physical, space for themselves to go into, and they do need some soul slaves to go up in there. Okay, so they're picking who they want. And this ain't about no color. It's not about physical bodies and all of this. It's about they need those with broad conscious levels. Maybe those who can see in many places, planescapes, astroscapes. They need time travelers, interdimensional time jumpers, telepathic folk. You understand? Folks who got the ability to do telekinesis. You understand? Speak to spirits and speak to, you understand, those things that are not physically tangible. You understand? They need those things, okay? Because this is how they're going to be able to create a whole new matrix on a level that is just unbelievable, okay? This is when we get into that CERN type project. Y'all need to protect yourself. Those who are heavily connected to the divine, they're going to use your consciousness like a tool to do diabolical things. You understand? Now I know people saying, how am I going to protect yourself? How am I going to protect myself? You got to learn how to stay under the radar. I'm not even safe. Now, I said all of this because now I'm going to get into why I'm saying this, okay? Because I can go and travel and go to many places. Now, how do I say I'm going? Look, Mr. Willie was asking me. I'm going to turn this down. Turn this down again. Because be kind of chopped up. And the reason why I'm chopped up because I know I got to make it fast. Okay. You could say you're going to do this, but it might not work for you. Mr. Will was asking me, how do you go into the astral state? Because I'm going to be honest with you. When I get ready to go, I always say this. I'm getting ready to time jump. I'm getting ready to go into the astral realm. And then I say what my assignment is and what my mission is. Okay? And then I'm there. I do have a spiritual government. See, y'all got to realize I keep telling y'all this. And when y'all believe people, when folks say, I'm not 100% human. I am not 100% human. I already know that. Many of us are not 100% human, okay? A lot of us are I mean, it's just broad what is really going on. A lot of us are not from, I'm not from a race of beings here. You'll know if you're not from a race of beings here. The majority of the races of beings here are not going to relate to you. You're going to find yourself alone. You're going to be a loner with no friends, nobody that really physically wants to be with you. And it is because your soul family, your soul group, your star family is not here. Everyone is grouped with their star families. Okay? There are no star families like myself anywhere on the internet. Nowhere. Not in my physical or nothing. And I've known this for all my entirety. We're not to mix and mingle with commoners. And I'm not saying this trying to be, narcissistic. This is not ego. This is reality. We're not to be around commoners. The commoners, who are those? These are the people that there are clusters of these type beings here. There are clusters. Where they come from, I really am not getting into that. But they're more inclined to become slaves. You understand? They don't have that inner wildness in them to rebel, go against the system. They're just, you can manipulate them and use them for the system of the matrix. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. You understand what I'm saying? So they are more compliant to the system. Okay? We're not to be around those type of people. Because they are going to distract us from our mission. Our missions are not here to come and make friends. Our mission is to be the light bearer of that has been suppressed or stolen from those who have been robbed, in a sense. We're the guides to those who have their blinders off now and they want to seek salvation. And I'm not talking about this in the sense of the Christians. I'm not talking about that. Those are more of the commoners. The Christians are the commoners. Nothing against them. Because all sheep need shepherds. Okay? So, or a shepherd. Nothing against them. Nothing. I have nothing against people who choose these different types of religions to guide them because they don't have eyes to see. And this is not our mission as infinite ones to have flocks behind us. That's not our mission. Our mission is to reveal that has been veiled, and we have to go forward. Because we got a lot of assignments to do within our lifetimes with an S. Okay? Now, some infinite beings may decide to take, entourage of lost beings with them, and that's their assignment. It's nothing against that. I have nothing against that. Because we're all here to do something different. Life is a big, huge stage of many characters. Everybody got their assignment. I cannot say anything negative about anyone's assignment. That's not my place. My place is to say, oh, okay, she got this work to do. Oh, he got that work to do. This what they supposed to be doing. I just have an issue when people try to distract me from my assignment. I got mine, okay? And the people that tend to try to come against you when you're working your assignment are the people who don't have nothing to do. You understand what I said? They really don't have a business. Okay? They don't have an assignment. Or they're distracted and cannot do their assignment. If everybody was doing their assignment and tended to what they had to do, their business, bought them a business, then they would not be in yours. You understand? Only one person can run this business over here. Okay? So buy you some business. And you can run yours. This is the assignment. Just got too many people don't know what they supposed to be doing right now. These are the people that come in to try to tell you what to do. I ain't hiring nobody. So nobody should be telling me what to do. I'll take suggestion. And I'm not talking about on the physical level. I'm talking about our spiritual assignments. Okay? So, I've done this plenty of times. I can recall a plethora of past lifetimes. I've talked to you all about it, okay? I am a fugitive. I am a traveling fugitive. Now, I know what y'all saying, oh, this is when she get into the bizarre stuff. That's because I can name quite a few places that I have traveled to. When I said travel, I'm not talking about traveling in the sense that I go and visit there. Oh, I've been there for 3 days. Oh, you know how y'all travel on vacation. It's not a vacation. When I travel, I'm a resident. I am a resident of Zeth Zorton. I am wanted by Zeth Zorton. What is my crime? Altering time. Do you understand? This is nothing I've read in a book. I don't know if they even have books on this. You understand what I'm saying? And I am not much of a book reader. I do read books occasionally, but I'm not like a book buff. Well, like my daughter, my oldest daughter is a librarian. She is a book buff. All she does is read books to the extent now that she cannot read books for her own pleasure and enlightenment. She reads a bunch of books to her baby now. Okay, so her assignment has kind of changed a little bit because he loves to offer you to read books to him and stuff like that. But me, myself, not much of a reader. When I was growing up, I had a reading comprehension issue going on. Meaning that I could read everything that was written out. But if you come back and ask me, what did you read? I wouldn't be able to tell you. Why? Because I get bored and distracted. I'm more of a picture person. You put a bunch of pictures and art in front of my face, that's the way I like to read. If the book don't got no pictures in it, I can't connect with it. Call it a disability, call it whatever you want. But that's a man's thing. Because when it comes to my magie, my traveling skills, and all of my other supernatural abilities, that's the only thing that counts to me anyway. So I'm not really interested in man's education and everything. I know how to read, I know how to write. The only thing that I know how to comprehend when it comes to reading, like reading comprehension, is things I'm interested in. A lot of the stuff that they threw in my face in school and stuff like that, I didn't have no interest. The first book that I ever read was The Bluest Eyes by, as a little girl, The Bluest Eyes by Toni Morrison. I enjoyed it. I loved it. Okay, I loved reading her books because she got children books too. Uh, but all this other stuff they were throwing in my face, I didn't get it, man. I'm like, okay, it's boring. Um, One of the biggest books that I read in high school was The Firm. I hated it. Still to the day, it's boring. They want to select the books you read. Give me the books I like. One of the next books I enjoyed was Jubilee. Loved it. I've read Jubilee 1,000 times. Give me books that I like. So that is what was responsible for my reading comprehension. Okay. So let's get back to this right here. I don't read these things. Okay. I don't watch people videos to pick it up. I can't find it in Google. I've searched so I can get more insight of what I'm dealing with Seth Zorton. And I come up with nothing. Nothing. There is no Seth Zorton. Somebody ran out there on Google after hearing me and put Seth Zorton out there. And I know it's a lie because Seth Zorton does not exist in on this dimension and on this planet. Seth Zorton does not exist because I'm an individual myself, personally, the only individual on the planet. You understand what I'm saying? That is a resident of Seth Zorton. Okay. Some people just say it's a figment of your imagination. Whatever. This is why I say, okay, what you doing writing that down? You know darn well. It's like somebody even chose my name, Spirit Tree. Okay, and I saw this person. They came to me and said, hey, you ought to try something, one of these sites and stuff back about 12 years ago. And then when I went in there to become a part of the site and type my name in there, the same person had already got the name and had their picture up to let me know I beat you to your own name. But it's okay because I am the author and I'm the artist. I just recreate something else. Because, me being an introvert, I can go within and do my creation. I don't take creations from outside. I take my creations from the inside of me because I am an artist. You understand? You can never steal anything from an artist because what we do, we come up with something else and something else and something else and something else. But all of those who take from us will have to give credit, you understand, in some type of a way or payment to our source. It might be blood. I don't know what they're going to take from you in the long run, but they're going to take something. You understand? You cannot borrow from something, steal from something, and don't think that you're going to repay it. Okay? No good deed goes unpunished. Oscar Wilde. Look up all of his philosophy. Look it up. Look him up. Okay. So I've been doing a lot of connecting with that great poet. So you already know that I'm facing some type of time with Seth Zorton. They hope to capture me. I've had many run-ins with them. I've gone in. And so I've not altered time here. In this particular place, I've altered time on Seth Zorton. And so, if you're caught in these places, so y'all be careful. A lot of y'all said, well, I'm going to go in astral travel, which everybody can't do it. Just like Mr. Willis said, how do I astral travel? I said, there's no way to tell you. It has to be an ability. That's just like somebody saying, asking me how to draw pictures on their tablet and how to draw pictures on their computer. It's something I can't tell you how to do. I mean, you can take instructions to do that, but the people who giving you instructions may not know how to do it themselves. They may be just trying to get a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach anyone how to astral travel. It is an ability. I cannot teach no one can teach me how to be a prodigy on a violin. Prodigies are bringing these talents from past lifetimes. They were practicing that damn violin probably 1,000 years ago, and then they brought it into their lifetime as a baby. I mean, we're noticing that this little baby can beat the hell out of some drums. We give him a piano, he got some badass beats. Okay, I'm like, okay, well, you need a drum set, sir. That's what you need. So a lot of this comes because I do believe he's the reincarnation of Mr. Willie. Cause Mr. Willis, Mr. Willis, our brother. Cause Mr. Willie had a little, Mr. Willis' brother had a gunshot wound on his right hand and on the right chest. So this baby, when this baby was born, it had a black bullet hole on his hand and on his chest. The autopsy also shows, like I said, the bullet hole on the hand and on the chest. The baby is always massaging his chest all the time. And I said, pain right there. See, when you come on into the next lifetime, the marks come. Now that he's darkened up, you can't see what I'm trying to say. Those pains come from the last lifetime. So a lot of your pains are coming from past lifetime issues and stuff. Just like we know my daughter, my oldest daughter is the reincarnation of his mother. So his mother died of liver cancer. When she was born jaundiced. She had a liver issue. She was jaundiced. It was not that bad because she didn't have to be held under light. You know what I'm saying? So with her, I'm constantly, telling her, look, these are some things you need to look at. Reincarnation. And there's some things you got to do. You got to heal your liver. Your liver is probably still not well from the last lifetime. And a lot of folks can't handle what I said. So she could start crying or whatever. I said, don't cry. I said, this is something you need to know. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something about this. What's interesting is that his mother gave birth to Willie's deceased son. To Willie's deceased brother. Let me say this again. What's interesting is Willie's mother gave first birth to his brother, which is now deceased. That's her son. And it has repeated itself. Like my daughter is still Mr. Willie's mother reincarnated, giving birth to the deceased son of hers, which is Mr. Willie's brother. I hope I said that right. Y'all, sometimes I be making mistakes. I be hearing my mistakes, y'all. I try to correct them. So that's the two of them. All over again. He's got the issue with the chest. We're going to work with him. Because Mr. Willie's brother was a very simple man. We're going to work with this child. Because I already know what's going on. This child is going to be developmentally very intellectual, intelligent man. Okay? And we're going to work with her issues with her liver. We got to go back to the root cause of a lot of what happened to her. Okay? She has a better husband now. He's going to take better care of her. Now, I said all of this to say, yeah, for many of us, reincarnation is real. I'm sorry to take so much time doing that, y'all. Now, so, I want to talk about doppelgangers because you all can see that is what's on the title. Now, y'all saying, Mama, I'm going to turn this down. Mama, what is going on? I have a doppelganger. Many of you all know I have a doppelganger. I have been dealing with this doppelganger for a very, 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 very long, extended amount of time. I did not realize what a doppelganger was till 2016. 2016 is when I actually ran into my doppelganger. Prior to running into my doppelganger, I would get, when I started coming on the internet, this is when the shit began, back in, I say I'm gonna go, okay, now I came on in 08 to here. This channel is very old, And the only way to go back to the oldest of all the videos is to go back to 2008 on a computer desktop only. Okay. The thing is, they have removed many of my videos off of the internet. It's all right. It's okay. Because a lot of people remember me then. So I had 2,000 some odd videos. It's down, shrunk down to 1,300. They may have taken some down. And it is, it, they need space. They need space. It would be nice if they would say, hey, go ahead and y'all download all your videos, get them all, because we're going to shrink this place down and compress it. But you don't always get that. And it's all right. My algorithms are very, very low. I doubt if I even get 1,000. But y'all know I'm here. I appreciate you all for coming out. And I'm going to get to the chat in a minute. So people want to act the fool and say what they want to say. Let them say that. But you owe it to my source. Okay? You giving some form of your soul energy to my source. So it's okay. Say what you want. And I'll get to it all later. So when I started coming to the internet is when I started noticing things, but I didn't say anything. I started noticing I had lots of shadows. What are shadows? Shadows are, you already know traditionally what a shadow is. You cast a shadow, so it's like a double. Oh, okay. As a child, you first see your shadow. They say, you have a shadow, and you see your shadow standing down there. You standing up and it's down there. You're like, I got a shadow. Well, then I started to cast 2 shadows, and it was no big deal. I thought I was some supernatural person. I was like, wow, I got 2 shadows. Fuck. And then a guy came in and told me, he said, you're a shadow priestess. And I was like, okay, a shadow priestess, that's pretty cool. And he explained to me a shadow priestess is a person that has so many different people that copy them, that adopt their behaviors or become a part of you and what you believe in. And they join your existence in some kind, and they go back and say what you say, and other people say what you say. So you're building many, many shadow copies of yourself. And then it got to the point people would be like, I saw you here in this location, and I saw you there in that location, and this, that, and the other. And I was like, okay, I just thought maybe it was a figment of their imagination. And I went on from there. I say about around 2013, Mr. Willie, which works a couple of hours away from this location, began to say that he would see my truck, pulling up and different things, and he seen me getting out, and then he didn't see me no more, and asked me, was I up there? No, I'm not up there. No, I'm not. Well, it began to get real. I said about right around 2015, it got real. Because now I have my son saying, well, how you in this room? Because you was I got a walk-in closet in the back. It's a huge closet where you can put lots and lots of things in there. It's only me and my son. How was you there and you sitting in here? Mr. Willis says it all the time. I don't get it. Why are you in 2 locations at one time? And so I was like, not, processing whatever, but they were startled. And I was like, okay. But I got a chance to see my own doppelganger in 2016. Okay, what does she look like? A lot of people say, to see your doppelganger is imminent death. I saw mine in 2016. I'm still here. But I will tell you what I did notice after having it. If you see your copy, it is because we all have a copy. That copy that people talk about is our apparition. We all have an apparition in our body. And it is not good for it to separate from you. Okay? That's the issue. Most times when copies separate like that, it is because something is coming inside of you and it cannot stay in there, or something forces it out, When a copy comes out, usually it's the ethereal. That's all a doppelganger is. It's an ethereal. A lot of people think of doppelgangers as your twin somewhere around the world, but on a spiritual level, it's more in depth than that. You all have ethereal copies, except for those people who are commoners don't have ethereal copies. Okay? Commoners don't have them. They're created by the matrix to sustain. You understand? I always say the fabric and the integrity of that system. Okay? Has nothing to do with what color you are. You could be a black one, a white one, a green one, a yellow one, or an orange one, any kind of color you want, because the matrix can create its spiritual father and creator, mother, or whatever, can create as many characters as it possibly can. Okay? But they don't know how to create a consciousness. They don't know how to create a soul. That's why they capture ours in the first place, okay? Everything does not have that. And I'm not talking about consciousness on a level to say this is right, this is wrong. Those are morals. I'm talking about something that cannot be destroyed in energy. Understand? That is infinite. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I get thrown off when I have to explain stuff. That's why I'm going to start just talking about it and stop trying to explain this stuff, because I get thrown off. So, if it separates from you, there is something that is not right. You best better believe it. Some of it could be some form of black magic, some form of some hexing, some form of, it goes in depth, as to like what this thing could be. Being in a place where there have been others that succumb to these type of events, being in a struggle with something that has followed you from one life to time to the other. Also dealing with these spiritual and shadowy governments that are trying to, keep you from reaching that point. So it's so complex until I don't even have time to explain it. In my particular situation, I was getting so far out of control. You understand? They had to put some brakes on me. So I experienced my double. What does that double look like? Well, I'll tell you about mine. Um, because all of them have their own look. Some of them are very solid. You can't tell the difference between them. You can't tell the difference between the copy and the original. Okay? First, I need to let y'all know about my situation first. Excuse me. Mine's actually started after Mr. Willis' brother passed, was murdered. When I say that, I mean I was in the astral. And this goes back to Zeth Zordon. This goes back to my childhood. This goes back to a lot of things. I was in my astral scape, and I told y'all there was this white Caucasian man in this mental facility that I actually worked for. And he was a white man with a flat butt. And do I have to tell y'all the story? It's going to take too much time. Let me make this fast. A lot of y'all don't know about the story, but people who've been following me for a long time, they may have gone since then gone. But, oh God, I have to repeat this. Okay. So, I was in the astral world, and I was back in my place in Zordon. Okay. And there was this white man. Me and the nun, I went to Catholic school in this physical life. I went to Catholic school with, we had nuns and a priest, and so I grew up Catholic. Okay, still got some gospel in my bones though. I turned gospel and Christian later on. I guess that's Christian. Mr. Willis at AME, African American Methodist Episcopal, and missionary as a teenager. But my life has been Catholicism. You understand? I went to Catholic school, Went to Catholic Mass and had all of this different stuff going on. That Catholic school is still there. I went to Holy Family. Holy Family. Went there all the way through a portion of my high school years, and then I went to Inslee High School. They had a magnet program that was good for artists, and so I went there. But most of my life has been in a Catholic sense. It's true what they say about the nuns. They are very mean, nasty women. I have never met a nice nun. Our nuns were Caucasian. That This sister used to pull me by my ears, lock me up in closets. I told y'all about all this. All the bad kids would be locked in her closet. We called it a closet, but it was not necessarily a closet. It was like a little tiny, big closet room. Okay, I know that's a paradox, but that's what it was. And she would have tables and stuff. If you were bad, she would light all the candles, and it was a crucifix there. And we have to do Hail Marys, and she had these beads she would put on our neck so we could repent. And then she'll send us to the Father really, really, really bad. Okay? So this father used to give us sacrament, and y'all know what all of that is. I've been wrestling with him. Okay? That has been a wrestle. He is in this place, Zethazor. This sister that was very mean to me, and I would call her name, but I don't want nobody to know her, so they won't be able to summons her. She guards my astral scape. So when I was in Zethazorton, last time I was there, damn, this turning out to be something I ain't wanted to be. I had my dog Peanut with me. Okay. I went in the room with the patient, and I was shocked because he was the priest that gave me sacrament. Okay. I'm going to call him Father John. I ain't going to call him by his real name. When I walked in the door with the, this happened all back 2016, y'all. When I walked in the door with the sister, and I don't want to call her name, he was very pleasant. The room was, there were no curtains. There was lots of bright light in there. And he was sitting there very pleasant. And he had his tray of food there. The room was very pleasant. It smelled nice. It looked he looked like the picture of health. He was an old white man at the time. He looked like the Pope. Okay. So we went outside the room, and boom, we was back in the room again. Y'all know how that shit is in the movies. When they go boom, and you right back in the room. Because it's like I never went anywhere. I went out the door, and I was back in there. Me and the sister. So when I came back in the room, the man was sitting on the motherfucking floor with no clothes on, with his flat ass. Now, some of y'all might remember the story. Flat, stinking ass. Not no ass. Skinny legs. Pot belly stomach. Huge. On the floor, frail. Skin sagging. He had a tear on his skin because he fell out the bed. He was sitting up against, he set himself up against the wall, and there were like clothes and just objects everywhere. Do y'all know that the objects she was sitting around was like all the bras I've been missing, all my panties that were missing, just any type of object that I could not find as a little girl all the way up in there. He was sitting amongst all my shit. That's why I say, y'all, be careful when you're initiating your little ones into these different practices, please. Because that system, in a sense, owns their soul. I've been trying to get retribution, claim my motherfucking shit back for a very long time from Catholicism. And I'm still working on the shit. Okay, so don't think that I'm a victim. I'm powerless. And how can she help us if she can't help herself? Oh, baby, I'm empowering myself. I am getting myself away from that. There have been many times I have seen him in my astral scape because I'm very active time jumping. And he's told me he owned me. He said, "You can't get away from me. I own you." Look, check this out. But now here's what's so damaging about this. Listen to this. When I walked in that room and he was up against that wall when he had set himself up, he had all black eyes. He had all black eyes. The whites of his eyes, his entire eyes were all black. And he had a white ring as a pupil. The fear in my chest, in me, is something that I cannot describe to you all. And he had a smile on his face as he was taking pleasure in the fact that he knew I was giving off fear energy because he was eating it. Slightly after that is when I saw my doppelganger. Man, if I could only describe what I was seeing, y'all wouldn't be able to relate to it. I was in an altered reality, as y'all saw me in 2016. If you can go back to 2016. The whole entire time I was in an altered reality. I was between two different worlds at one time. So what happened the first encounter? And I'm telling y'all this because some of y'all need to be aware, because if you are these infinite beings that come here, they gonna want that they gonna want your consciousness. Okay, this is why you need to hear this lesson. So I went in there. It was this night. I had like several candles burning different colors. When I burn a lot of different colored candles, I can alter my a lot y'all don't know. Like I can just change and just growl and turn into some shit. Do you hear me? Different colors, and they'll send me, honestly, into an altered state of being. Like I can become under possession with many, many colors of candles burning. So be careful if you haven't done that. No one would necessarily recognize me. The fuck is that? What the shit? Mr. Willis, ooh, that's something evil right there. That looks like something scary and something evil. You understand? So, you know what I'm saying? He buckled under me. Lots of people buckle under me when I get in an altered state. Because my energy changes. My energy is not the same. So, when those candles went through, I went in that bathroom and I bumped into my goddamn self. I bumped into me. I had on, I'm the original copy. I had on orange. Had an orange skirt on. I had a coral shirt with sequins and an orange headscarf on me, on my head. When I walked into myself, I had the same thing on. Only I didn't have a body in it. So what did I see? I saw the headscarf. I saw the shirt and skirt, but with no legs, no stomach, no arms, or no head in it. What was it doing? It was standing sort of like where the toilet was, or standing in front of the toilet, just standing there. It had its head bowed, and it didn't move. It wouldn't move. It was not solid. It was transparent. You could see through it. I was shocked. I wasn't scared. And I went telling everybody, and folks was telling me, you got to kill it. You got to find a way to destroy it or what have you. But you can't kill your ethereal copy. To kill it is to kill yourself. The only way to kill it is to kill yourself. So don't go listening to people when they say, kill it, kill it, kill it. You want to bring it back into yourself. People say it's evil, it's evil, it's imminent death, it's all these different things, it's evil, it's evil. What it does, a lot of the times when it separates itself like that, it's not necessarily saying, oh, you're in imminent death, because imminently we all gonna die. So if you don't think you're gonna die, then you sure enough in Disney World. We're all gonna die anyway. What did it mean for me? Let's talk about it. This is when I began to do all this time traveling back and forth to Zethzord and going back and forth over there, them trying to capture me and shit, and do all this wild, crazy stuff, time jumping to other realities and shit, and being accused of altering time lines, not necessarily here, but in other places. That's why people don't realize this is the prison planet. And folks don't know it. You're here to serve some time. Many of you infinite beings. Because life was a whole lot better over there. I'm saying that, I don't know. But anyway, so what began to happen? So I was working on different projects and there were double everything. So like I was working one little thing. It was this weird thing in my yard at night. It would be in this tree making this sound like, once again, like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? I could hear, but Mr. Willie couldn't hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it would only do it between the hours of 12 and 3 during that fucking witching hour. So I never will forget I want to tell y'all this one story because I'm making this too long. I was out on my porch doing mosaic tile. And it was at night. Because, it's a big project. Y'all seen that mosaic tile? I did that myself. I had a big old bucket of grout. And then I began to see 2 buckets of grout. But I only had 1 bucket of grout. And one had a little chisel, one had a big chisel in it, whatever those little things, scapules or whatever they have in those things. And I couldn't figure out which one to use. You know what I'm saying? God damn, I got 2. I know I got 1 fucking bucket, but what I'm doing with 2 buckets and shit here? Which one is real and which wasn't? You understand? And so I finally realized, because I was in altered realities. You know what I'm saying? This is where a lot of folks get into trouble. Some people might wind up in a mental institution. Some people may be homicidal. Some people may just wind up jumping off a motherfucking cliff because they can't handle that reality, because they're in between realities. There's a plethora of things going on. And I just know I can't talk about what's going on with all those people. I can only talk about myself. I was in 2 realities. So it was 2 of everything, shit. 2 motherfucking dressers, 2 goddamn TVs in the same room, 2 motherfucking bookshelves, 2 goddamn tables, 2 everything. You understand? It was double because I was seeing within her and seeing within myself. Okay? So I went through that shit all of 2016. Then the vampire showed up. When the vampire showed up, that's when the things really got out of control. I ain't going into the vampire. I'm going to stick with the doppelganger. So the doppelganger, when she separated from myself, which, let me tell y'all what I did. I pulled her back in. I had to pull her back into me. So I hadn't had any more trouble with her, but I had to pull her back in. Y'all might not be able to relate to this type of stuff, okay? Because this does not happen to just, people just to be happening. You know what I'm saying? It is something that is unique to myself. There may be some other people who have dealt with their doppelganger, okay? And I ain't talking about just somebody who looked like you. I'm talking about your doppelganger is your ethereal copy, is your spirit self. You know what I'm saying? And it's supposed to stay inside of your body. It will sometimes separate to warn you, or separate because it cannot stay in the physical body. Maybe you're going to be sick, or maybe it does not. Don't panic if you see it. Doesn't mean that, oh, I'm going to die. You understand? Because people have been seeing my doppelganger since about 2010, 12. I kept getting reports. So you can see other people's doppelgangers. You may think that they're real and they're real person, the person of the person, but that's not necessarily the real person. Okay. Some people have seen other people doppelgangers and they have died. Some people, they even say that Abraham Lincoln saw his doppelganger in the mirror separate from himself, and then after that, shortly, he was murdered. But I pulled mine back inside of myself 2016 to get it under control, because I was like, okay, Miss Lady, I done read a lot, heard a lot, not read, but heard people trying to tell me like what could be going on. Somebody said, oh, she's going to try to come in and take your life, take over your life and become you, originally you. And this is what I'm finna get into. Now listen to this good. I'm finna get ready to scare everybody here. Listen. Listen to me, y'all. Don't y'all get scared. Because I know what somebody say. How we know you or you? You may be somebody else. No, listen to this. So, with this came this. I never will forget. And you might be listening right now. Remember we talked about this? I ain't going to call your name. I ain't going to call your name. But you know who you are. You know who you are. We talked, remember? Remember you gave me some gifts? And we talked about that doppelganger? You said watch her, because what she want to do is materialize so she can become a full-fledged you. And what did we discuss? And I'm telling y'all this good morning. Black women, listen. Talk to the black women right now. Y'all done seen the movie Skeleton Keys, ain't you? You done seen Skeleton Key, ain't you? Skeleton Key. That's a movie. I want y'all to watch that. I want you to watch Get Out. I want you to watch it in a whole nother light. I want you to watch it after hearing me talk about this. And y'all know I don't be telling no lies. These are not tall tales, baby. These are facts. But I'm calling out that lady. You're a content creator. We talked 2015, 2016 extensively on the phone, and you sent me gifts from your house because you got your own hobby farm. I see you got your hobby farm. You told me you were going to get you one, and you did. I've been watching. And you gave me a lot of information. Y'all need to know something. White folks know more about this stuff than we do. Hint, hint. So, you're going to have a better understanding when you watch Insidious, Get Out. Shit, watch us too. Watch all the movies. So, this is what I want to get at. Me and her discussed this, and I know this is what it is. Because he told me that's what it is. That man with the black eyes. And I want Mr. Willie to hear this. Mr. Willie been getting scared of me lately. Mr. Willie! Y'all listen to him. Because I'm taking him too far. Mr. Willie is a commoner. He got like... He can psychically see some things And he can do some work too. Don't get me wrong. But Mr. Willie ain't deep into this like as me because he's a commoner. Hey, Willie! He in there sleep. Willie! Ooh, he dog sleep. If he ain't answering, he dog sleep. He been real tired lately. And everything. I want to get him in here. Y'all, hang on a minute. If y'all want to see Mr. Willie talk, let me know. If y'all want me to just leave it. Oh, Chastain, thank you for moderating. Let me talk to you. I want to talk to you about Peanut. Y'all, come on, let's get these thumbs up, please. I want to talk to y'all about Peanut. Did y'all hear me when I said when I was in Zeth Zorton in front of the priest and the sister? I had Peanut with me. When he had, I got to finish telling the story. When that priest showed me his black eyes, and I ain't talking about the skin, but I'm talking about the eyeballs was all black. The nun pushed me out of the room, closed the door, and it got to scrapping in there. Meanwhile, I had my dog and my arm Peanut, and I ran as fast as I could. When I ran, it was me and a bunch of students. These students were like, I guess they were like medical students. Medical, you know. They were going to school for medicine. They had white labs. They were all Caucasian, men and women. Okay? And they had their books and their tablets and all that different stuff with them. They had on white lab coats. And we was in this like garage style elevator. Y'all ever seen those? Those garage styles that carry the utility type things and stuff in there, like big trash can dumpsters that, you know, you can push with your hands and all of that. We were all in that. I remember it had the cement, the floors was cemented. And had some black bubble gum stuck on it. You know how cement can be. And I got on there. And my dog, for some reason, was still not in the elevator. So the doors was about to close. And I remember one of the Caucasian ladies, because she had long, blonde, kind of thick, straight hair that hung down a little bit past her shoulder. And she had a clipboard in her hand. And she had a white lab coat on. And she said, and they were like, she said, she pushed the button. Oh, the doggy. And everybody said, oh, don't forget about the dog. And I said, thank y'all. This is all I have in the world. And so my dog ran in and jumped in my arms. And the doors closed. And we moved. The elevator moved. But we were still, the door opened back up. We were still in the same place. You understand? When I said still in the same place, it was like we were not on the elevator. We were trying to get in the elevator in the same spot. So we didn't move. Some weird Hollywood shit had happened. So I had my dog in my arm. That's when my dog got gone. My dog, my physical Peanut, disappeared. Gone from this reality. Gone. G-O-N-E. Gone, gone, gone. Where is it? Zeth Zorton. What happened? I left my animal here at the house for a night. Plenty of food, plenty of water in the backyard. One night, came back, my dog gone. I know folks said, well, maybe the neighbor got your dog and you don't know, what have you. That you may not know, but the neighbors may have gotten your dog. Had the lady next door watching my dog, making sure he had food and water. Understand? And she said, he was back there the last time I checked. We went all down the road. We hadn't seen him. Dog gone. Where do I think he's at? Zeth Zorton. He got trapped over there in that place. Let me tell you something that's very strange and weird about this. When I started having trouble with Zesorden, on 2 occasions, some weird ass shit was going on with the dog. I never will forget. We got in our car. We went to the grocery store. We came back, couldn't find the dog. This up until the point that he just missing for good. So I heard I said, "Where's my dog?" I was looking everywhere, and I could hear my dog whimpering and whimpering and whimpering, and we couldn't locate where it was. He was for some mysterious reason, inside of my commercial shed on the side of the house. Door locked, garage locked down. He was in there. That happened 2 occasions. And then from there, he disappeared. So, for anybody who would say, "Oh, maybe the neighbors got him or something like that." Hey, Willie, can you come in? So, I will. I'm doing a live stream. I need some. I need you to help me out. Can you help me out? You mind talking? Okay. I'm trying to tell the audience about my experience with the doppelganger, which you might not know what a doppelganger is. Me seeing myself.
Well, where you saw yourself in the bathroom?
Mm-hmm. My own self. Did you say you saw me somewhere in a location I shouldn't have been? I'm just.
Oh, Poop said he saw you in the bedroom, closet, and then you was in here. He saw you in the closet.
Right.
In your clothes. Then he came in, out the closet, passed by the room, you were sitting here.
Okay, what about the time you thought you saw me? Can you refresh your memory?
I thought I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell them about it, if you can remember. That's if you can remember.
I'm trying to figure out how to remember. It was Pooka. It wasn't me, but it was Pooka.
I thought you had said, you remember when I was in the bathroom, I thought you had said, I thought you was in this place, in that other spot. You don't remember that, do you? Do you remember that?
My memory ain't good.
Okay.
I know Pooka saw you. He came in there, he said he saw you in the closet. And then he came by here.
What about when you said you saw my truck? Don't say where you work at. When you saw my truck.
Yeah, I saw your truck.
Mm-hmm. You don't remember that?
I remember that now. Yeah.
What year that was?
That was like 2 years ago.
You called to see if I was up there.
Mm-hmm.
Where was I?
You was at home. I know your truck.
And y'all look. Mr. Willie mind a little bit distorted. He can't remember a lot of stuff, but you do remember some things. Yeah. What I was gonna tell y'all, I had even seen my own self in the truck, in my truck. Back there.
Oh,
near
181. I know I remember that now. Yeah.
And when I was in the truck, y'all, Mr. Willie, you weren't with me.
But
you weren't with me when that happened.
I wasn't?
No, you weren't with me.
I got to mix up. You know what I got to mix up with? We were coming from Georgia, and that car had a car just like mine.
Sure did.
The lady that was driving, she was like a ghost. Mm-hmm. You remember that?
Every morning, same time, she'd be there driving in that same crazy ass spot. That was some crazy ass shit, wasn't it? But that was some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Cause like y'all would meet each other at the same fucking time. Yeah. It was in the dark too, cause it was like not necessarily daylight yet, but it'd be like what 6 in the morning, 5
in the morning, something like that.
And she be always like she don't know where she going.
Yeah, and she looked
like glowing,
glowing like. And she had the same car I had, same kind of car, same color, and everything. And I had that altar with the black.
I wonder what that meant.
I don't know. It
went on for a long time, didn't it?
Just about every day. You looking for
I remember.
They go to late again. You remember?
Right. What about that time when that car that man was in the car with a bunch of balloons in the back seat?
Yeah.
And then he slowly turned his head and looked at you.
And I took off.
Would be no smile. It'd just be this look. that he'd give you.
Yeah, I'm not so.
He looked like a clown, man. Mr. Willie scared of clowns, y'all.
I was scared. Yeah, when I was little. But I took off. I said, let me go.
Are you still scared of clowns?
Nope, not now. I ain't. No. I ain't scared of clowns.
Who could be? People are scared of clowns.
Yeah, when I was little, I was scared of clowns.
That means you scared of Getty, because Getty is a clown.
I ain't scared of Getty.
But yeah, but y'all, anyways, what I was going to talk about, you know, back there where we get the chicken wings at the gas station back there, we get the chicken wings at. They be hard, you know, because I like hard chicken wings that are difficult to bite on down there. Yep, don't tell everything.
You don't know what I'm talking about, me.
Yeah, but you. Yeah, anyway, I was riding through there one night.
Mm-hmm.
This was like 2015. And there was this lady, and she had the same truck. It was at night. She had the same truck I had.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at the back of her head. It looked like mine. She had her head wrap on. And so I was trying to catch up with her. I said, look, let me catch up with this lady. So the faster I drive, the faster she would drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't catch her. I would speed up. She'd speed up. It's just like I was trying to catch myself, in other words. She was me. And I've been having trouble with her. So I'm talking about this video for a reason, because you remember, lady out there, you a content creator, you got your hobby farm. You remember you said it takes 7 years and she'll try to steal my timeline. 7 years and she'll try to steal my timeline. Now you know what I'm finna get at, don't you?
I know.
Don't tell everything now.
I know what you finna get at. I ain't gonna say I let you.
Yes, you can detail it. Go ahead and tell it.
You talking about that car that on the dresser right there?
Uh-huh.
Oh. But they call you, say you owe some money, because lady went to the doctor with your name and Anderson.
Please don't tell them exactly. Well, no, don't give out location.
Okay. That's what I like for you to tell it, because I might. I
mean, you can tell it, but don't give out no specifics and no location. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but people don't know what you're talking about. You say, I can say Coca-Cola. They don't know what I'm talking about.
And what's going on? Tell them what's going on.
She's going to the doctor. She's going to see the doctor with your name and everything.
And what's her name? Same name?
Same name you got, and then you owe the bill. Yeah.
Did y'all hear that?
And you never been there. Never.
But what they say?
They said you did. Got your name, social security number, everything.
Did y'all hear that? She has.
It's got to be true. Cause she got your phone number and everything.
A lot of people wouldn't believe me. A lot of folks ain't gonna believe me.
Well, I believe you. I see the bill right there. And I know you ain't never been there.
I owe $200 because there is another Venita Smith out there, the Doppelganger, that is using my identity to do a plethora of things. Now, here's what I want you to know. This Venita, I've been dealing with her since I was in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was getting these phone calls saying that I owed a student loan, and I went to Jacksonville, Florida.
I remember that too.
And I told them I've never been to Jacksonville, Florida before in my life. Mm-hmm. So whoever she is, that's the same Venita Smith. She got the same full name I fucking got. She's the same age I am.
Yeah, she be having your same phone number.
What you mean?
How they know to call you?
That's true.
Yeah, how they know the number to call you?
Yeah, she's using my cell phone number. Yeah. She's using my insurance. She's using all my things. She even using my address.
Yeah. Here.
So I said, hey, y'all, we need to talk. I need to make sure this ain't no identity theft. But it's not an identity theft because I've been dealing with her with the student loan issue back in back in the 1900s, like 19 back in 1980, no, 1990 something.
Like 98, 97. It was close to 2000.
I want to find her, but you can't find her.
You'll never see it?
She's not a physical person.
But there's somebody that went in there. What's your name? Had to.
Is she the same person that's in the house?
Might be. A lot of stuff come up missing.
Um,
A lot of your stuff come up missing.
this doctor's office that say I owe them all of this money said that I've been coming to them since like 2015, 2014. The place 2 hours away from me, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you ain't gonna go there.
I am not gonna drive my car to, and so they just how they fixed it. They said, "Oh no. You've been doing they phone visits. You be on the phone with them." So the doctor calls me on the phone. Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Well, it ain't you.
So I said, I tell you what, then, if this person been going here since 2014 to this doggone doctor's office, I want my medical records so I can show them to my attorney.
You told them that.
Mm-hmm.
And what they say?
Well, we're not going to provide you any medical records. So if this thing persists, I'm gonna have to go a little deeper into this. So guess what? This is another reason why I want to talk to y'all about this. So remember what I said? I said I was gonna time jump, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I time jumped this morning. And when I time jumped, I was in this house and it was full of women. A bunch of women was in this house and they wouldn't let me get to her. They was protecting her. They was hiding her. So when I went in there, I had to deal with all of their different energies. It was a whole bunch of different women's energy I was dealing with. And I got distracted in there and I couldn't get to her.
What you trying to get to? You tell about that?
Yeah. Because I time jump in the morning. I ain't had time to discuss with you what was really going on. Shoot, I was too busy eating. That was some good. I enjoyed that food you cooked.
Okay.
The bitch wouldn't let me get to her. She had a whole bunch of women in the midst, like her guard dogs.
Mm.
Wasn't that clever?
Yeah.
There's no way physically to get to her here. I can only get to her in the astral. So since I was not successful this time, I'm time jumping in the morning again but I'm going with my own set of guards. Because I'm gonna have to get this thing. Now I know everybody here think I'm crazy. Because this sounds like some crazy shit.
I don't think it's crazy.
What would you do, Mr. Will, in a situation like this?
With somebody like that on me? I don't know what to do. To be honest with you, I wouldn't know because I don't know nothing about that time.
Well, let me ask you something. What the fuck you think she want? Because I'm finna blow your mind. Do you know who the fuck that is? But tell you who she is. She that damn priest.
Oh, that with the black eyes.
Right.
Might be.
This man.
Yeah, it might be.
Is trying to assume my identity.
I don't know where it comes from the beginning.
The priest at the Holy Family. Holy Family, the school I went to as a kid.
That's who that is.
That's who that is.
So the other lady, the non-lady, is the one.
The non-lady guards the astral scape.
Yeah.
She guards my astral scape. But the priest is trying to assume my identity. So I'm not a racist person and I'm not prejudiced or anything like that. What I'm getting at is this right here. A lot of those old white men like Bill Gates, Biden, a lot of these old dying elites, the ones who are dead like George Bush Sr., all of them who, especially the ones who crossed over, they're going to steal the identity of the conscious black people here in America.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So I say all of this, they need to protect themselves.
He look like that kind, and I could tell.
Who are you talking about?
The one you talking about now, he that kind.
He is that kind, like the Pope.
Yeah, that's what
So the fact that they're not going to, and I'm not saying white people won't reincarnate, those particular race of beings will not reincarnate to the world to come because the sun is getting more violent as they try to control it with storms. Another storm is coming, by the way, okay?
It is?
Mm-hmm. It's going to create blizzards, hail, and all of this, which that's weather technology they're using to control that sun, because that sun is very hot.
But you know, man, you talking about they look evil.
Huh?
All them men, you know, the ones you talking about them kind like that, they look evil.
Say it again, because the thing ringing. Say that again.
I said they look evil. They look like...
Who look evil?
The kind of the one you just named. All the men you just named that look like that. Like
they look like devils, don't
they? Yeah, they like demons. You can see it in their skins, where their skin look, their face. They just look like demons.
They
are.
Like
they're evil and stuff like that.
And like I keep telling people, you know, it ain't got nothing to do with being white, don't
know. No, I ain't talking about now, because I ain't talking about all, you know, I ain't talking about all the white people.
You got some white people that are just you know, of other races of beings.
Yeah.
So people get race mixed up with color. Race is something else. So, and you ever notice that they always hold the positions of power where they make all the money? They the leaders and the guys.
He's real. I don't know if he's...
They can disguise themselves.
I talk to him a lot. He real
that
nice.
Don't mean nothing.
I talk to him, you know me, he talk about football a lot.
You know they can disguise.
Yeah. But he got that
shape
look.
Shift.
He got that look in his face when I look
He from that race of being.
Yeah, he tall, but he got that look. I got when I look in his face.
They all thin, ain't they?
Yeah, he a tall thin man. But he always talk to me about I love football.
If you get a camera put on him, you'll see him glitch.
Yeah.
So now I know Mr. Wood getting tired. He real tired. Oh, okay.
No, I'm finna do before you call me.
But look.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him about this other stuff you seeing around here. What you say happened here last night?
Oh, the curtain, yeah. Yeah, you know, and I know you always like the curtains open. But in the morning time, I remember yesterday morning you told me to open the curtains. And usually before I lay down, I always close them. But when I came in here, they were closed. Neatly. Real
neatly. That's what's so interesting. Yeah. Ain't that something?
And I asked you, did you close the curtain? He said, mine closed the curtain. So I'm about to close. I didn't do it. Me and you the only two in the house. Yeah, they were closed real neatly. Just neat.
Y'all, Mr. Willie tired, so I'm going to let you go on, Mr. Willie.
No, I'm going to go.
I said I'm going to let you go on, go.
I ain't tired.
Mr. Willie, he gets scared. He don't like talking about a lot of this stuff.
That stuff don't scare me.
Yeah, I did scare you yesterday when I told you that we finna get ready to die.
Yeah, somebody telling me something like that. I don't want to hear that.
You don't believe we finna get ready to die?
Nope, I ain't. I'm going to be here in about 50 or 60 more years.
The reason why I said that, Mr. Willie, we finna get ready to die, if we don't time jump, okay, and stop these devils from creating all of these bioweapons against us.
Ain't no way. How we going to do that?
See, I told you Mr. Will is a commoner.
I'm just saying, how I don't know nothing about no
can I talk to y'all? Let's talk. Okay. Tell them what happened to my cards, my oracle cards.
They was gone. Well, you used them because you did a reading on somebody here, and then they was
Don't even tell them what it is. Let's just tell them what I went through for the last week.
trying to find your cards. You know what it
Could
was?
not find that oracle deck I did the reading on, y'all.
Yeah.
Could not find my oracle deck.
Yeah.
Dealing with this same doppelganger she's trying to come back with what I'm saying. She never left.
Yeah.
She had my oracle deck. So what did I say I was gonna do?
Jump time, something. You said you gonna jump something. What you call it? That's not what you said.
What I said I was gonna do.
Yeah, I can't remember that word.
I told you, I said I'm gonna time jump.
I said about.
I said I'm gonna time jump and go and get my cards. And what you was saying? You asked me how you gonna do that?
Yeah.
You trying to get me to explain to you how to do it.
Yeah. Now you gotta get. I just don't see it. I know I can't do it.
Did I do it though?
Yeah, because you found your card.
Now here's what's interesting, y'all. I did a reading with them cards. A woman specifically wanted an oracle card reading.
I saw you in here doing it.
I did my oracle reading. I think that was last week.
Last Saturday or Sunday, one of them days.
And y'all, I could not find the oracle deck for nothing in the world because somebody else wanted specifically an oracle card deck reading. The lady was ready for a reading and I could not find the cards. I tore the house down, couldn't find the cards. Did a time jump to make this lady release this copy of myself, the fake, which is that priest, to release my cards. What it was with?
Yeah, the truck. In the middle of the thing. What you call it, the console thing? Yeah. Found it yesterday. We was driving there, looked over there, that it was. But you was driving.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on the passenger side.
So in other words,
you know what? When we got that truck yesterday, the left, I'm calling right there.
I tried to tell you that.
Because I kept putting my arm on the thing. You kept saying, don't push that. Stop pushing that. And then that thing over, we got to the store, you looked up. There he was.
So you still don't believe in the power of time jumping? And
I believe in that. That almost like that, what you call flute, whatever it means.
Tell them about it.
That's one of the strangest things.
And the same thing happened to Kenya.
Yeah, Kenya, yeah.
Tell them about your story.
Yeah, one of my coworkers, I pick him up every morning. And when we got to work, he called me, he said, Willie, can you go and look in your car and see if I left an envelope in there? It was a big envelope. I hope I ain't lost it. I need that envelope. I said, I'll go out there and look. I went out there, opened the door, looked in the car.
You told him that you take him back and forth to work.
Yeah, he riding with me. I pick him up every morning, yeah. I looked down between the seats where he was sitting, no envelope. I looked on top of the seat, no envelope. I looked all up under the seat. I said, man, that envelope ain't there. He said, oh, man, I hope I ain't lost that envelope. I bet you I dropped it on the ground when I came out the house. I said, I hope you find it. So, when I drive home, I always take my cell phone and sit it on my seat because I be playing my music through it while I'm driving. So when nothing on my seat, nothing, nothing on, I could see something on my seat. So the next morning, I got up, got in the car, opened the door, there hit an envelope on my seat.
Now, you know what this is? It's some type of time script.
Yeah.
Interruption.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, they're time jumpers.
Yeah.
And what they do is they can stop right now our script and rearrange the whole bedroom. And within a blink of an eye, we'll be sitting in here with new sheets on the bed, different types of sheets on the bed, or the whole goddamn room could be empty.
That was like Kenya car.
Oh, what did she say?
Her car was in the back seat of the later car, and she never got in the back seat of that later car that she ride with, just laying on her seat.
So what does that mean for us? Let's ask the people, because this is not just affecting me. It's affecting you. It's affecting Kenya. It's affecting her employees. So this is a collective of people that are undergoing this time issue. So ain't nothing real. No. Ain't nothing solid.
Man, honestly, we seen some real strange stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised if I walked out this, get in my car, go somewhere and come back and ain't no house sitting here.
Oh, that don't have.
I still don't know how the house way down the road now, fucking in the backyard, you can see it through the window.
Which one?
You know, over here on the other side, over here, that house over there, it's a newer house and it's got a huge, big old
Oh, I know what
fence.
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
How come you can look out the window now and
I don't
see
know
it?
how you can see that because I ain't never seen. I told us I've never seen this house here.
House
I
moved.
I didn't know that house was there all
And
the
then
time.
you dealing with like you riding on the interstate and it's two of the same numbers. But anyways, he got to go, y'all. When he get his mind on something, he he don't like talking about this kind of stuff. He don't like talking about nothing that questions his reality. Anyways, you got what you got to know, hon, radiation, that everybody's reality is different and altered. You got to understand that what's real for one person ain't real for the other. But even him, he's also undergoing his own issues. Like I said, everybody's gonna have a reality check as we move into this new era, the era of Aquarius. Anything and everything is possible. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to you gotta stay open minded. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the time where you can write your own narratives. You ain't got to go by what they gave us a narrative when we were born. They had us to go to church, to go to school, and to believe in their narratives. And we all played the role on stage for them. But now you can be your own movie director for your own life. So, please consider, you know, just don't be narrow minded to think when we're narrow minded and we say, oh, that's crazy, that's weird, that's strange, that's bizarre, it's not possible for this to happen. It's also like being defeated, saying to yourself that you cannot create your own reality, that you're helpless, that you got to continue on playing the script of what is written for you. And some of you, unfortunately, will be trapped in that. That's where you're going to be at. You never, get yourself out of it. You continue to come here as a slave over and over again. Who are the people who have gotten out? The people who have gotten out are the people that know that they have the power, you understand, to recreate their own existence. You understand? They've decided to. That's what petitions are all about. You can write a petition, an affirmation, and actually will your own life to be what you want it to be. A lot of people don't do that. You can actually say, I'm going to have $8 million in the bank. You can write that down, write your whole life script. I'm going to get me a 5-bedroom mansion or 10-bedroom mansion with 7 or 8 bathrooms or what have you. And you can have something like that. But you can't have that if you want to say, oh, that stuff is strange. That's weird. You've been smoking too many blunts and stuff like that. You're going to keep coming back and forth over here. And Willie's life is extraordinary too. He just told you about a lot of the things that has happened to him with him and his co-workers. Am I right, Will?
Huh?
Ain't some strange, bizarre things have happened to you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Okay, so what I want to say, many of you, I'm talking to the black women right now, okay? You better protect your consciousness. Because this is a wonderful time where we're going to be a black woman. They all know it. This is why they are all watching you. Just like this situation between Will Smith and Chris Rock. We talk all day long about how wrong Will was and how Chris was assaulted. We talk about that all day long. But the biggest talk is about Jada, the black woman. She's the one getting all the attention. She's to blame. Why is she blamed? Why is she to blame? Because, her power, her ability to be able to telepathically use, manipulate her powers to get her man to do what he's supposed to do. People are angry with a woman that got that kind of power. Because if she had a man, a white woman, a woman of another race, they wouldn't even bring her up. She'd be a victim. So now that you got so many black women, because black women are definitely connected. Black women all over the world are very connected to the divine. Look all up in Africa, all in Haiti, and all these different places, in Jamaica, and all of these different Caribbean islands. They're very connected because they're brought up into the culture of that. But, you know, African Americans are not as connected, but they're connecting now. And the more black women here in the States connect, the more detrimental. Okay? White supremacy. Because they need her to continuously serve the law and go to church and to ignore or to deny her connection with those supernatural forces like her ancestors and her warrior spirits, because it's safety for white supremacy. Because it's not white people that uphold white supremacy, it's black people. They are the ones. So in that, them knowing the power of you, them knowing that you're responsible for a lot of the things that are going on as far as the shift and consciousness, and the sun just coming on in to heat the planet back up to its original state, which is very uncomfortable for reptilians. They are now creating another reality and using your consciousness in it and creating a doppelganger of yourself to be you. Well, I've been talking about it so long, it's just like, why am I still talking about this? So you're going to have to go under the radar. I've been just like out here blaring, hey, this is me, all over the internet. So they had easy access to watch me. So it's best to kind of stay undercover a little bit if you want to protect yourself. What does that mean for us? That means that your astral scape can be swapped. Because your astral scape is you. That's the divine. That's your connection. That's your highway, your roadway into the invisible world. They can take that from you. They can swallow you. Go back and read. Not go back and read. Go back and watch the movie Get Out. Insidious. Part 1. Skeleton Key. Skeleton Key is definitely the one I want you to concentrate on. Concentrate on Skeleton Key. And it's been nice talking to y'all, okay? Hello, Crystal Raven Rose. Hey, no sheeple. Hey, Astro, thank you so much for moderating. Hey, Empress, how are you? Hey, Dabsy. Hey, Mariah. Our moderator, Astro, said, please thumbs up the video, everyone. It'll give me an idea of how many people came in. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Just Right. Hey, Nicole Mastella. Hey, Luxury Hippie. Hey, Low Vince. Hey, KP. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Amdi. Hey, Just Me Shona. Hey, no name. She said, damn, I literally just finished trying to have an OBE in this live at the top of my feed, LOL. Chastain, how you doing? Thank you so much for moderating. She says she missed Peanut. So do I. He's caught up over there. Do I need to do a timeline jump and go and get him and retrieve him? See, this is the thing that they don't want you all to know. They don't want you to know not only you can write your own script, recreate, rewrite your own narrative, but then they don't want you all to know the power of having the ability to time jump. You could time jump. Anything missing in your life, time jump and go and fix it. You can alter this reality. You can bend this reality. Like I've gone back and forth and reclaimed some things. I just wasn't successful confronting her. I told y'all about that today. That's going to be a task because I got to go back in there and keep going back and forth to try and confront her. But it's deeper than going in there to confront her. It's all about when you get in there, what you going to do when you get in the joint. What y'all going to do? Y'all going to fight? Scrap it out? May the best person win? You know, like, what are we planning on doing? Because the thing is invisible. You can't see it. Can't touch it on the physical. It just has access to certain things of yours, certain, you know what I'm saying? And can use it the way they want to use it. It'd be good if they, if she can come in and take Mr. Willie with her. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just playing. Y'all know I wanted to take a little joke at that. I want to play with him though. Mr. Willie. Look. You know, I thought about it. This would be a good idea. Since she's taking so many different things, she uses my insurance to go and stuff and all of that, to go to the doctor and do what she got to do. What if she came and got you?
What you gonna come and get me?
She come and get you and y'all be happily married.
Ain't nobody gonna come and get me. I'm gonna be right in here. This house.
You don't want her?
No, where am I going?
She's gonna come and get you.
Come and get me and do what? Take me where?
Well, she already using everything else I got. Maybe she want to take you too.
She can't take me because I know to come here. Then she's not in here.
What you mean?
What you mean? If she in here, I can't see her. That means I can see both
Well,
of them at the same time.
So here's the thing: is she a real person? They've been doing all kind of telehealth visits over the phone.
I don't know.
No, it's a new way. You go to the doctor now. You don't necessarily go to the doctor.
Get me, that means you got to be gone when she come in. I think it's you. That's the only way she can get me, or the way she can't get me.
She got Peanut.
Yeah, Peanut a dog, man.
Well, you remember when I was over there at Astral Swap with that man, that priest, everything. I told you Peanut was with me.
Yeah, I know that.
So if she got Peanut, she might come and get you.
How she gonna get me?
How she got Peanut?
The only way she can get me if something happened, I'd be dead or something. And she get me like that.
She's not dead. She's alive.
But she ain't gonna get me. The only way she'll get me, you got to be gone, and she'll come in here, and I thank
That's
you.
how it works.
I thank you.
Oh, so she has to come over here.
She has to get you, and then I thank it's you instead of her.
I do believe she can take you over there where she at, though.
She can't take me over there. Wherever she at, then everything got to be just exactly like this. Because this is the only place I know to come when I come home. Or I go off somewhere and come back. The only place I know to come.
What if she got her own special world just look just like this one?
Well,
And you find yourself over there.
I wouldn't know it. I had to go to sleep and wake up and thinking I'm still here.
Okay.
That's the only way that can happen.
As I told y'all, Mr. Wood does not know what's going on. He don't know what's going on, y'all. Let me leave him alone. Hey, no name. And hey, hey Leg, how you doing? Let me get ready to end this live stream, y'all. Please watch this over and over again. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Talita. Hey, Hecate. Hey, Radiation Wizard. Hey, Brown Sugar, how you doing? Radiation Wizard said you could tell he's a good man. Yeah, this ain't his world right here. A lot of the times when things like this happen, he don't know what to make of it, you know. But it's been going on for this right here. What I've been dealing with been going on since childhood, you know. And me dealing with this other Vanita, she tried to put her goddamn student loan on my ass back in the 90s. Now she's sitting out here using, going to different doctors' offices and shit. Now, I know a lot of people might just say, you know, because my daughter said, Mama, that's just a lady that got the same name you got. Well, shit, she only got the same name. I got she got the same address and the same phone number, shit, and the same insurance because all of it coming to me. Okay. I went to get my blood pressure medicine and it was some additional medications. And I'm like, these are not mine. So now, y'all, he see the bill. He see the bill. He know I ain't driving no 2 hours out to go and see no doctor know where highest gas prices is. Y'all know I put a half out to get to a half a tank of gas. It cost me $45. That's where I stopped. Hello? Mr. Willis having a lot of issues with things missing and stuff. He don't like to talk about it. Also, he bought a big old bag of candy home. Remember I told you I had got a big old bag of rice. They got that. Okay, I just had a live stream interruption. He had a big old bag of candy. And it didn't even make it home. They got that. They get soda pops, drinks, shit, every motherfucking thing on us. They take whatever they want to take. Swapping timelines. So I'm not gonna. It's a lot of things I can tell y'all. Like I said, it's been going on, you know, since the 90s, but it's stepping up a little bit. She's getting a little bit invasive, but we just don't have time to talk about all of it and everything. So, and I know a lot of you all don't understand this because it's something crazy. I know the movie directors and stuff. They're gonna really make some movies out of this. Authors are really gonna write a lot of books. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Amdi said, Mama, my dad told me he would see his doppelganger often. My mom said she saw his doppelganger go inside his body, laughing at her. I believe you. My dad been deceased since 2020. Sorry for your loss. Well, it's good to know that some people can know that these kind of things do happen. Um uh oh boy, I could tell y'all so many stories. I'm gonna leave this alone because I don't want to stay here too long. I need to get outside. Hey Christopher, how you doing? Chastain, our moderator, said hit that. Y'all please hit the like button. Could y'all do that for me? Radiation said, LOL, no, don't take Mr. Wilson. I said that to be silly because it's so funny when I talk to him and everything. I'm not trying to make a mockery out of him, but this type of lifestyle and stuff, he kind of like, he can't relate to it. He just can't relate to it. You understand? But when he have his moments and everything, you know, it's funny because he's like, damn. Because he came home with this big old bag of candy to bring to me. And if the bag was open, it was just a few pieces. And he's like, damn, what happened to this candy? And you could just look at that look on his face. And then my son, he has to deal with it. And my daughter be trying to make some logic out of it. You know, be trying to have like an explanation for everything. But now she's looking crazy because the shit done started happening to her. It's going to start happening to more and more of you all. I'm just already warning you as they create their metaverse, as they create the new earth, as they create this earth simulation, they're going to need things. Okay? Not only they're going to need like objects and stuff to furnish their new dimension, they're going to need consciousness. They can create a physical body for it, and it may just look like yours, okay? But they got to have something to put inside of it, okay? That's why they say they uploading people consciousness and stuff to things. A lot of our my consciousness is already uploaded because I give it to them without knowing what I was getting myself into. You know, did a whole video for that. So we're uploading our conscious as we, interact on this world wide web. Be aware of that. You've given consent. They know your whole persona. They got your energy in that database. Okay, y'all. I guess I'll go on. Any questions? Anybody got any questions before I go, y'all? Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any going once, going twice? Okay, y'all, please rate and subscribe. Go and sign up for my website, www.motherwizzdom.com, or look in the description box. Go in there and fill out the submission form, because I'm going to try to put a lot of these videos inside of there. Plus, we got some wonderful products if you dare. Okay, you might be scared now, but my dolls also have those supernatural abilities to take you into the astral world and allow you to time jump. So, all of the dolls are gone, 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 gone. Can't even keep them on there. Time I do a doll, they are gone. Okay, astral dolls. Do you need an astral doll to mind your astralscape? Well, you need to hire mama. Okay, bye bye, y'all. I'm out.